Hello, sweet and beautiful people. Hello, sweet and lovely, wonderful listeners. My name is Amusa Emmanuel editor. I'm the MD CEO, Senior Manager, and a Principal Consultant at Catalyst Innovations and Network. And at the same time, I'm a public speaker, a motivational speaker, a success expert, a leadership coach, and at the same time, a strategist. And today, I'd like to open your eyes to winning opportunities, to breaking barriers and setting more standards. And on this episode of the Catalyst Leadership Conference today, our topic of discussion today is the 5 greatest pool of time. I repeat, the 5 greatest pool of time. Now, from various ideologies of life, I was able to deduce 5 points and 5 factors, which I termed as the greatest pool of time. And what are the 5 factors? The first one I have is the environment, followed by current events, followed by informations and knowledge, followed by results and achievement, and lastly, goals and direction. And now I'm going to go into each of these factors to unravel the mysteries behind these factors and how they affect and change the course of our time. And the number 1 factor that affects the pool of our time is called the environment. The environment. Dear beautiful people, I'm glad to let you know right now that the environment plays a larger role in the life of humans. Even as it is, you have to realize that there are 2 environments. Now we have environment from the inside and environment from the outside. And at the same time, you have to realize that we have the external environment and the internal environment. So everything that encompasses your life, both from the inside and on the outside, is actually your environment. So I'm glad to let you know right now that the environment can never be underestimated. And at the same time, the environment cannot be overestimated. So the environment is very, very powerful. You see, environment should never subject you to hopelessness and mediocrity. You see, you might actually come from the poorest slum in anywhere or in any part of the world. But I can bet you that you can still apply the same principles being used by Donald Trump in the White House. You can still apply the same principles being used by Warren Buffett. You can still apply the same principles being used by the late Jack Welch. You can still apply the principles of success still being used by Oprah Winfrey. And at the same time, you can still apply and use the same principles being used by Mark Zuckerberg to break barriers and set standards, as the case may be. Now, let me quickly unravel a little bit the mysteries of the mind and the mysteries of the external environment. You see, whenever you mention the internal environment, you have to realize that the internal environment is actually the mind. The subconscious is very, very powerful. You see, nobody jokes with the mind. And that is why Napoleon Hill once said that whatever the mind can conceive, then obviously it will achieve. So the mind is the breeding ground for success. So whatever you have in your mind is what is attached to your socks. And that is why anything that is attached to your attitudinal pattern comes from the mind. So I'm glad to let you know right now that you need to begin to develop a positive mind attitude. You need to become positive actually every day of your life. Why? Because we only know leaders by the positive attitude. The attitudinal pattern of leaders comes with positivity. So the environment, both the external environment and the internal environment, will always play and leverage your potentials, as the case may be. So my message to you this time around is, try to build a positive environment both inward and on the outside. Try build a great environment from virtually everywhere you go to and every sphere of life you find yourself. Now, when we're talking about the external environment, these are people around you. These are people who you share your life with. Those people you share your memories with down the lane are actually the external environment. So no matter how different the situation may be, no matter how possible and how changing the situation may be, people from the external environment can never be neglected. And if there's anything that is attached to your success, then it is those who are actually playing a significant role in your life. You see, so many people play significant roles in our life. coming from the family to your friendship, to your partnership, to your business, to your subordinates, in every stage of life you find yourself. The environment can never be underestimated. And from there, I would actually move to another second greatest pool of time, and that is current events. I repeat, the current event. See, there are current events in our lives at some point in time. They tend to shaping and mold our life for the better. You see, the past would always be the cause of the present, and the present would be the cause of the future. And that now these three factors will begin to move in an endless chain. So no matter what the situation may be, no matter what the case may be, current event in your life matters a lot. You see, no matter what levels of life you find yourself, no matter what positions you find yourself in the cycles of life, the middle moments and those present moments should be treasured. I repeat, no matter what the situation may be as it is right now, the present moment you're facing in your life right now should be treasured. So I want you to cultivate the habit of enjoying the present moment as it is, because I know the present would always determine the future. So if there's any question you have in the future, then you begin to need to answer them right now, as the case may be. And the best way to give answers to the future is when you begin to act and live in the future right now. So you need to begin to live in the future while you're in the present, as the case may be. So current events in your life would always affect and that changed the pool of time, as the case may be. And from there, I would move into the third factor and the third greatest pool of time, and that is information and knowledge. I repeat, information and knowledge. You see, information and knowledge is very, very powerful. And that is why I'm glad to let you know right now that a life without information is as dead as anything. A life without knowledge is as dead as anything. So, dear beautiful people and dear beautiful listeners, I want you to know this time around, and I want you to know this moment, that being current is the currency of life. I repeat, being current is the currency of life. You see, those people who are breaking barriers, setting standards, as the case may be, even in the world we live in today, you have to realize that these are the people who all their life have been craving for information, craving for knowledge, and trying to answer those possible questions we have in the society we live in today. And that is why you'd always find great leaders on top. Great leaders are not tired of getting knowledge. Great leaders are not reluctant to seek and crave for more information. You say, dear beautiful people, I want you to begin to crave for information. I want you to begin to crave for knowledge. I want you to begin to acquire skills and knowledge. Acquire skills and knowledge that are relevant to your success. Acquire skills and knowledge, acquire informations that will actually leverage your potentials and make you stay on top and make you begin to break barriers, as the case may be. Don't forget, a life without information, a life without knowledge is as dead as anything. Come on, you can't just begin to walk all over the street of Lagos. You can't begin to walk all over the street of Paris. You can't begin to walk all over the street of Johannesburg on an empty skull with nothing on the head, with nothing inside your brain, and with nothing to show for it. So my message to you this time around is you need to begin to crave for informations and knowledge. Informations and knowledge are part of life. Informations and knowledge are the essence of life. So no matter what the situation may be, you can get informations and knowledge from those things you get in contact with every day. If it is for you to listen to more radio news, if it is for you to read more, if it is for you to get yourself attached to so many things that will leverage your potentials, as the case may be, you need to crave for more information. You need to seek more information. Information is the essence of life. And I want to see you one day breaking barriers and staying on top, as the case may be. And the fourth factor, which is also the fourth greatest pool of time, is called the result and achievement. And that is the results and achievement. A very great motivational speaker and one of the greatest influencers we ever have in the 21st century, whose name is Zig Ziglar, once said that attitude, not aptitude, determines your altitude in life. I repeat, he said, attitude, not aptitude, determines your altitude in life. And what does this mean? It means that at some point in time, you see, a result and achievement would take you places, but the only factor that can actually get you to stay on top is attitude. So, result and achievement is an essential part of life. You see, if there's anything you need to show for, if there's anything that needs to come with success, and that is the result and achievement. If there's anything that needs to show the essence of your life, it is the result and achievement. Result and achievement are very important. Even the first observation, the first confirmation people would get when you begin to attain success is the result and informations. And that is result and achievement rather. So people want to see you achieve so many things. People want to see you breaking results and breaking records, as the case may be. So, and the best way to get a result and achievement is because, one, results are part of success. You see, result and achievement might not be success in the real sense and in the real definition. But let me tell you the landable truth you can never get from any consultant, as the case may be. You see, result and achievement are also components and essentials of success. So, no matter what the case may be, you can never mention success without not having the results and achievement to show for it. You see, I want you to get and engage yourself in activities that shows a positive achievement. And you know you're going to get positive results for them. Because the world we live in today celebrates people who are able to show the results of their achievements to the whole world to see. And that is the fourth greatest pool of time, as the case may be. And now the fifth greatest pool of time, of which I am able to deduce over the course of time, is called goals and direction. I repeat, goals and direction. You see, goals and directions is very important. See, a life without goals, a life without direction, it is more or less like a bird without wing. And no matter what it is, a life without goals and direction is more or less like a life without ambition. So no matter what the case may be, get goals, get direction. Even Zig Ziglar once said that you don't change your direction towards a goal even when you face obstacles. You don't go back, rather, when you face obstacles towards a goal, you can only change your direction. So no matter what the case may be, you should have alternative. No matter what the case may be, you should set goals for yourself and begin to see yourself achieve the goals. You see, life has given us a whole chance. Life itself has given us an opportunity. Even countless theories and universal laws have shown to us that no matter what the case may be, no matter how real and surreal your goals may be, no matter what the case may be as it is, get directions to your goals. Have alternative plans as the case may be. Create plans for yourself and have goals that you can actually get them achieved. Within the time span you actually set for yourself. Goals and directions affect the pools of our time, and that is why a life with goal is more or less like a life with ambition. A life with direction is more or less like a bird with wings. You know where you're going to, you know where you're headed to, and at the same time, you would always serve and create influence within the confines of life. You find yourself, as the case may be. But my message to you around this time is, no matter what the situation may be, always get yourself goals and directions. They are actually essentials of life. And with enough goals and directions, you can see yourself breaking barriers, setting standards, breaking records, unshackling bonds, and staying on top and winning opportunities, as the case may be. And these are the 5 greatest pool of time. And at the same time, they affect the course of time, even in the world we live in today. Thank you for joining Amusa Emmanuel on this episode today. And obviously, I'll be expecting you to enjoy our time out even in the next episode. Thank you and God bless you. Do have a wonderful day. Goodbye.